Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Faulkner. I'm an intern for VillageCore. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel where we upload these meetings in case you miss them. In today's meeting, we'll be discussing Zillow and how you can easily buy a home and sell a home with Zillow. So, Zillow, just as a brief overview, is a place where you can both buy and sell your home, or you can rent out different kinds of homes, rooms, apartments, that sort of thing. And you can also buy and sell land as well, but we'll get into that a little bit further as we move along here. So with Zillow, essentially what it does is it's a way for you to kind of review the homes in your area. And if you are looking for homes in different areas, you can look all over the world for a home that fits your need. So Zillow, what it provides is a free way for you to kind of look at what is right for you. So Zillow gives you a description of the house, it gives you a location, it tells you what the accommodations are, what's inside the house, and all the things that you need to know when buying a house. Zillow also connects you with an agent who will take you through the process of either buying or selling that home, or it'll get you in contact with the seller or buyer of the home personally, if you do so choose to do that option. Zillow also does provide home loans. So if you're looking for a home loan, Zillow will have that option for you. It's just adding in a few of your personal information, seeing what fits you best, and then Zillow will make the appropriate estimate as to what your home loan should be, and you can move on from there when in the process. So as of right now, what we are looking at is we're looking at the main screen of Zillow. So here we have where you can enter an address, you can look at a neighborhood, a city, or a zip code. So if you're wondering kind of what an estimate on your house is, you could look at your personal address and Zillow will give you what's called a Zestimate. So a Zestimate essentially gives you kind of a breakdown of what your house might be worth through the Zillow calculator that they have. And you can view that and see why they made that decision and what your house might be potentially worth. The Zestimate is also good for other properties in a surrounding area. So if you're looking to sell your home and you don't know exactly what price to sell it at, you can hop on Zillow and explore through your neighborhood to see what the homes are selling at and and what price to sell your home at in the future. You can also see what other people paid for their homes. So if let's say I bought the house that I'm currently in right now for $500,000, and I want to see what other people around me bought their homes for, I could take a look at that and I could see, okay, maybe I did get the good deal, or okay, maybe I should have paid a little bit less for this home. And then you can make your decision from there, whether or not you want to move or whether or not you want to stay, and other things of that nature. Zillow will also tell you the price of rent in the area, dependent on your city, zip code, neighborhood, that sort of thing. So Zillow is a really easy way just to kind of find out what is right for you, because that is the most important thing when buying a home is figuring out what your needs are and what you are looking for and the price that you're looking for, the price that you are looking for. So here, as we can see, there are homes around me that are currently for sale. So I can scroll through here. I can look at trending homes in my area. So if I wanted to look at this house right here, the $775,000 home here, I could look at how many bedrooms it has, the square footage. I can contact the agent. I can see kind of what the home is like and the year it's built. So considering your options, it is really important to note all the details of your house, because you might not necessarily get the details when you go to an open house. Of course, a realtor will probably give you the details, but it's always good to do your own research before buying, because most of the time when you are buying a house, you want to see what's right for you rather than what an agent might tell you, because they're trying to sell you the house. And here you are considering whether or not you actually want to buy the house. So there's a difference between trying to sell you and then you wanting to make that purchase for the foreseeable future that you might be living here. So here we can get a brief description on the house. We can also see what the accommodations are around the neighborhood. So this place comes with a swimming pool, tennis courts, exercise room, that sort of thing. We can also see how long it's been on Zillow. So Zillow will give you kind of like a breakdown of kind of how many days it's been on there, how many views it's gotten, and how many people have saved the home and are thinking about buying it. You can also see really cool things like travel times. So a lot of people, when buying a home, want to know what their travel time, what their commute time will be to work. So you could say, okay, let's say I want to go to my job, and let's say I really want to know what that time is. So if we type in 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, let's just type in a random address. I can see that this might not be a good fit for me, because here we see it's an hour and 55 minutes to the address that I inputted, and I can't make that long distance drive. So considering my option here, I would have to move somewhere in the San Bernardino area, in order to actually make that commute more possible for myself. Or if you're looking at, let's say you might have children who want to go to school somewhere close by. Let's say I input a local high school. So let's say Sage Creek High School. And let's say my child is a high school student and I really want to know how long their commute will be. Well, I can take a look here and I can zoom in and I can see their commute is only 4 minutes to high school. And Sage Creek, a school nearby, is ranked really good. So I might want to send my kids here, in the future. So I can look at different kinds of commutes, either to work, to school, to other things that might be important, like a commute to a family member or something like that. You can input all the times and see what might be feasible for you and what makes sense. We can also see here the facts and features. So the facts and features kind of go over everything that the house, is providing, once more. So it tells you the appliances, the interior. It tells you kind of like the spacing of everything, so that you make sure that you actually have the right furniture, and have the right amount of room that you see fit. There's also the property, where I'll give you a breakdown on the property, the construction type, the utilities, community and neighborhood, which gives you a breakdown of kind of what the community is like, that sort of thing. The HOA, which is also important to consider when making your purchase, because that's what you'll be paying for the next few years as you are there. And then the other features that they want you to have, as well as being able to contact an agent. So I could say, okay, I'm really interested in buying this home and I want to ask more questions to somebody who's more qualified to sell me this home. So I could type in my name, my phone number, my email. I could say I'm interested in the property, and I could contact the agent, and an agent will reach out to me, to inquire about any questions that I have, and to ask any questions that they might have, so that they can move the process along and get you in that home as soon as possible. There's also things like the market value. So when buying a home or when selling a home with Zillow, it's always important to look at the market value. So the market value, as I said before, for the Zestimate here, is we can see that the price has increased over time. But as of right now, we're seeing a decrease in the price. So it might be a really good time to buy this house, because it might have peaked at one point. And now that it's on the decline, it might be a really good option to sell it now, rather than wait till the market climbs up again. So you can see the rent as estimate. You can see the sales range. So this will be the range that you look at if you are looking to sell the home, in the future. You'll also see the price history. So you can see what other people bought the home for, and you can make your decision based off of that to see, okay, they bought at generally the same price that I might buy the house at. This seems like a good fit. I want to put my money in this home, and then you can make the purchase accordingly. There's also the cost calculator. So with the cost calculator, you can kind of, input like your different financials, and you can kind of get a look at what you are wanting in the future. So you could say, okay, I want to make a down payment of 155,000, at 20%. My loan might be, let's say my loan might be 15 years fixed at this interest rate, and then I can see what I can sell it at, and other things like that, and buy it at, and other things like that. So I can input my different kind of like costs, my interest rates, that sort of thing, and I can make an educated guess about what I might be paying for that home. And also with this get pre-qualified button, if I were to click on it, this basically means I would start getting loans. I would start kind of reaching my financial goals in order to purchase this home and to make it right for me. So we can see different kind of cost calculators, and then we can check out the neighborhood. So with the neighborhood, this actually gives you a detailed look at all the surrounding homes around you. So if I were to open this up here, and if I were to zoom in, let's see, I can see the lot lines. So the lot lines essentially means where my lot ends and where another one begins. So as you can see here, we can see what other neighbors around me have sold the house for or have bought the house at. So different ones might be more because they might have different kinds of features within their home, and different ones might be less depending on what their home is like, where their home is located. If it's close to the street, that'll bring down the value. If it's not close to the street, that'll increase the value. And it really just depends on kind of what they're doing with their home and what makes sense for them. You can also see different kinds of roads. So if you think there might be a major road that might cause you some issues, such as noise pollution, that's always a good thing to look at. And then of course, Zillow will actually give you the address so you can actually go see the home for yourself, and you can see it whatever time you like to get kind of like a gauge as to what the home is like at that specific time. And it really just helps you out in the home buying process. So as we can see here as well, Zillow has a really cool feature where I can see homes in my surrounding city. So as we can see here, I live in the city of Carlsbad, and we can see here the different amounts of homes that are in the area and what their prices are and kind of what's up for sale right now. Also with Zillow, I can specify what type of house, what budget I'm looking at, the bedrooms and bath, the home type, and other things like that. So I'll jump into that right now. So if I wanted to say, okay, I want to have a list price. I want to say, let's say I want to buy a house since Carlsbad is relatively expensive. Let's say I want to buy a house at $750,000. That's my minimum. My maximum, let's say I want to set my maximum to $1 million. So here we can take a look and we can see all the different kinds of homes that are in my area. Of course, since Carlsbad is a relatively expensive area, there's not as many options, but you can always take a look. You can always glide around, see what's right for you, and you can also click on them, and then Zillow will bring up a picture. It'll show you the photos of the interior. It'll give you a look. So as you can see here, this is what the home looks like, and then you can make that decision for yourself whether or not you want to go with an agent and go tour the home to see if it's a right fit for you. You can also specify kind of like bedrooms and bathrooms. So let's say, since I'm in a two-person family, let's say I want to have 2 bedrooms, and let's say I want to have 3 baths. So 2 bedrooms and 3 baths. So here we can see all the homes that pop up. Once again, that home stayed, and here are all the homes that might be a good fit for me when I'm considering what home to purchase. So as you can see here, it's a lot of townhomes and a lot of like condos. And also you can kind of specify that as well. So if you're looking for a certain home type, like if you're looking for a house, a townhome, a multifamily home, condos, lots and lands, apartments, manufactured homes, it really just depends on what you're looking for and what you see fit for your future. You can also add the HOA that you want to pay. So let's say I want to pay $300 a month in HOA fees. And let's say I want to do it by an agent rather than doing it by the owner. And then I can also select my options here. So I could say I want to look at foreclosed homes. I want to look at pre-foreclosed homes and things like that. You can see kind of new construction and all that good stuff. You can also see property status, tours, parking, square footage. You can see if it has a basement, single story, 55 plus community. So let's say I wanted to hide a 55 plus community. Since I'm not 55 plus, I can't live there. So let's say I don't want to look at 55 plus communities. I can say I want a pool, I want waterfront, I want AC, I want to be in the city, or I want to be in the mountain, or I can say how many days I want it to be on Zillow, and I can also look for keywords. So keywords The way that works is I could say, I want a house with a yard, but I don't necessarily know if the house that I'm looking at has a house with a yard. If I were to type in yard into this section, if I can type and then hit apply, all the homes with yards would come up and it would show me this home here that has a yard, and I can make my purchase as I so choose, and kind of get a good feel for what I'm looking at. Also, if you do have any younger children, any children in general, you can look at kind of like surrounding school systems. So since I am currently in high school, and I want to go to a public high school, and then I want to see the public school rating, I can look at kind of what high schools are around me and what high schools might be a good fit for me. So with these high schools, you kind of get a score of what that high school is. So you can look, okay, Carlsbad High School. It's a public school, it's grades 9 through 12, and it's got an 8 out of 10, which essentially means it's a really good school that you might want to send your child to. Or if we look at another school, we look at Sage Creek, like I mentioned before. Sage Creek is a 9 out of 10, and it's a public school. And then we can also click on the link to kind of examine kind of what the school is like, and kind of what the school has to offer in case you are looking for things for your children, to make sure that they have the right education that you are looking for within your system. Also, you don't have to actually specify just one city. If you're looking for kind of like a broad area, you don't have to specify what exact city you have to be in. So I'm currently looking in Carlsbad, but let's say I want to look in San Marcos as well, which is a nearby city. So I want to look at San Marcos, but also I want to look at Vista. So if I were to look at all these home options and all of my specifications that I have input, I can say, okay, here's the right fit for me. Here's a city that'll work for me. And then you can tour the home, you can look at the home, obviously, all that, and you can make the right choice for you. So yes, I'm currently looking at all three cities. It'll show me the borderlines of the cities, which essentially means when the city crosses over to the next one. And I can be like, okay, this looks good. Maybe I have a wider variety of options here now that I'm looking at a full area, rather than just looking at one specific city. Or if you're just somebody who likes to kind of like shop around rather than actually seeing different kinds of homes, you can deselect these all, and Zillow will pop up with all the surrounding homes in your area, and you can move it along, slide, and you can see all the homes within a general area. Excuse me, I might sneeze. Never mind. Yeah, so you can see all the surrounding homes in your general area, or an area that you're looking for, and you can also select them and see whatever home that might suit you best, depending on your budget, and other things like that. So Zillow is a really easy way just to buy and sell a home. When selling a home, it's a lot different. So if we were to go to the sell option, I would have to input a lot of different information, and Zillow would get me hooked up with a realtor, and we'd make plans accordingly based off what the realtor says and based off of what I'm looking for when selling my home. There's also the rent option. So if you're not looking to necessarily buy a home, you can rent a home. So let's say I want to rent a home in Carlsbad. Let's not specify any price right now. Let's just take a look at what I can rent. So there are a ton of apartments in Carlsbad, as you can tell. You can kind of get a detailed look at all these apartments, and you can see what might be the right fit for you. Just like buying a home, these apartments list exactly, or these apartments and homes list exactly what the home has. So once again, they have kind of different like specifications of what they're looking for. So like this home, it says no pets. There's no pets, which if you have a pet, this wouldn't be a good option for you. You can look at kind of like the central air cooling. It gives you just another breakdown of what the home has to offer for you to make that decision of whether or not you want this home. And since I have a little dog, this house would not suit me best, and I would not take this home due to that reason. So yeah, that is just kind of how the rent option works. It also contacts you with a realtor, contacts you with the rent agency. It does all that good stuff in order to make sure that you find the home that you see best. So home loans, you can get an estimate for your home loans. And then there's also the agent finder. So an agent finder is essentially, it basically is an easy way for you to put in what you're looking for, um, kind of specialities they have, what language they speak, and other things of that nature, in case you want to find the right agent for you that you'll be happy with. Because a lot of people, when buying or selling a home, don't necessarily know what they want. So having an agent there along in the process is worthwhile. And choosing the right agent is the most important thing, because if you choose the wrong agent, then you could be left out of a ton of money, or you could buy the wrong home, or there could be other issues with a home that the agent didn't specify. So always making sure to have a qualified agent is the most important thing, because you want to know what's right. You want to know what you're getting out of the home. You want to know that you can live comfortably there for the next few years, so a whole entire lifetime. And you want to know that that's the home for you. So choosing the right agent is really important when in this process. We can also find home improvement professionals. So if you're looking for somebody to kind of spice up your home, you can add in that granite top that you really want. This is the place to come. So you can find home improvement. They'll get you in contact with anybody, and you can make sure that you have that nice, shiny new granite top for you whenever you want it. There's also property managers. There's also builders. So if you're looking to build a home, this is a place to come. You can get in contact with a builder. Zillow will get you in contact with some builders, and then you can start building your ideal dream home. There's also inspectors, there's photographers, and then there's others. So if you're just trying to find a real estate professional, this is the option for you. You can specify exactly what you want, what you're looking for out of your agent, and then Zillow will connect you straight to an agent in order to get you ready to go when making your future purchases. You can also finance homes with Zillow. That's another option that you have. And then you can also see homes that are selling soon. So this home here that's in a local neighborhood, I can see that, okay, this home is selling soon. So I might want to outbid the person who's buying the home. This could be something that might be beneficial to myself. So let's say the home is about to be sold, but I still want to make an offer on the home. I can say, okay, get in contact with the agent, make your offer, and then wait and see if they want to take that offer, or if the person who's buying the home suddenly for some reason drops out. It'll now move on to you, and you can make sure that your offer stays, and that you end up eventually with that home when buying a home. So once again, show you all the information, get you in contact, show you the estimate, show you the price that it's sold at, show you all that good information that you want. And you can also see the surrounding areas. You can see the walk score, the transit score, the bike score. So essentially what these mean is the walk is if it's walkable, if there's a public bus or train or anything like that, or if you can bike around the neighborhood, which for these, it's not looking too good, but you probably could if you are really looking for it. You can also see the homes in the surrounding area. So like Bonita Vista Elementary School, if you have a elementary school student, if you have a middle school student, if you have a high school student, you can look at all this good information, and you can also look at nearby homes. So you can also see local experts that might be able to help you, the legal protections behind the home, and all that good stuff. And you can request a tour at any moment that you want. So let's say you want to look for a home, and let's say I want to go house shopping tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Thursday. And let's say I want to go at 1 p.m. So I can select that, and then I can say, okay, request a tour, provide my information, and then an agent will contact me in order to take me through the step-by-steps, and show me kind of what the home is like. And then we can see if I want to make an offer on the home for my future. There's also, if we look here, There's also the ability, if you are looking to kind of build a home, there's also the option to buy different kind of lots and lands. So if we were to unselect all this, we can look at different types of land that I might want to buy. So here we are. Here's the plot of land, and it'll go through exactly what it goes through with buying a home. It'll show you the utilities, the region, the HOA fees, all that good stuff. So whenever you want to buy that lot of land, you can make your future purchase and then build a home on top of it that you see fit for yourself. So Zillow is just that really easy way to do all this stuff. So if you have any questions or anything, always go to the Zillow website and they'll ask you any questions. There are other Zillow competitors like Redfin and other things like that, but Zillow seems to be the most up to date, and they also make it kind of an enjoyable experience to kind of look at the local homes around you or homes in different cities. So real quick, I just want to touch on the fact that you can actually look internationally. So if I wanted to look in the entire United States for homes, I could select what state I want, what location, and then specify the home once more and do all that good stuff. So Zillow makes home buying easy and provides you with a lot of information. So Zillow is one of those websites that you should check out when buying or selling a home. So once again, my name is Brandon Faulkner. I'm an intern for VillageCore. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel where we upload these meetings in case you missed them, so we can help you whenever you are looking for either buying a home, looking at different technology, other things of that nature. So once again, thank you so much for watching.